Hey guys, it's Saga, and in this video, let's unbox and take our first look at the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Yes, this is the Redmi Note 10 Pro and not the Note 10 Pro Max. Xiaomi has actually made it very difficult for us to purchase this phone. I got it from one of the Mi Home stores in Pune, and even there, they didn't have a lot of phones in stock. This is not a review unit, it is the actual retail box that you get when you go out and purchase this phone. Before we get to the unboxing, if you are new to this channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. That way, YouTube will make sure you are notified when a new video goes live on my channel. Coming back to the unboxing, Note 10 Pro comes in this familiar minimalistic box with a picture of the phone on top, and with some key features of the phone listed at the back. Here, you will also see the color, RAM and storage variant that I went for. Alright, let me just break the seal and get inside this box. First thing that we see is this envelope. It contains the SIM tray removal pin, some paperwork and a TPU case with a translucent back. After that, we have the phone itself in this beautiful bronze color. I will keep it aside for a moment while we look at the remaining things in the box. Below the phone, we get a USB Type-A to Type-C cable for charging and data transfer. And finally, there is a 33-watt charger included right in the box. Let me keep all these things aside and get back to the phone. After peeling the plastic and the IMEI stickers from the back, just look at how beautiful this phone looks. Since this back has a matte or frosted finish, it doesn't gather too many fingerprints, and I might just end up using it without a case. Just look at how thin and light this phone is. The Redmi Note 9 Pro and the Note 9 Pro Max were just too big and heavy for me, but this, I'm really liking it. The weight is also distributed really well, and it is not too top or bottom heavy. If you do want to use this case, you should know that it fits the phone very well, and there is a big lip at the front to protect the display if the phone drops like this. Speaking of the display, it's a gorgeous 6.7-inch Super AMOLED screen with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels, and it gets Gorilla Glass 5 protection. It supports HDR10 playback and can get as bright as 1200 nits while playing HDR content. And nobody knows how, but Redmi somehow managed to give us 120Hz refresh rate on this phone at this price. Viewing angles are excellent, and it gets very bright to be easily viewable in sunlight. There is a punch hole at the top for the 16-megapixel front-facing camera. It might be one of the smallest opening for the selfie cameras that I have seen. Above the display, we get the speaker grill, and overall bezels around the screen also seem to be slightly smaller this time. Moving to the back, we get frosted glass back on this vintage bronze and glacier blue color. Black one gets a glossy back. I saw one of the black phones on display in the Mi Home store, and it doesn't look nearly as good as this one does. Other than the Redmi branding towards the bottom, there is this quad camera module which sticks out quite a bit. This phone will rattle when you place it on a table, even if it has a case on. Main camera gets a 64-megapixel Samsung GW3 sensor with f1.9 aperture. Then there is an 8-megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture and an ultra-wide angle lens, followed by a 5-megapixel super macro camera with f2.4 aperture and a 2-megapixel depth sensor, again with f2.4 aperture. Now stay tuned to the channel and make sure that you have the notifications turned on, because a very detailed camera review of this phone is coming up on the channel in the next couple of days. Taking a look at the buttons and ports, at the top you get an IR blaster, noise cancelling microphone, speaker and everyone's favorite 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side, there's the power button and a fingerprint sensor under it, and volume up and down buttons above it. On the left side, there is nothing but a SIM tray which can hold 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card at the same time. And at the bottom, there is this microphone, USB Type-C port for charging and data transfer, and a speaker grill on the right. The shiny frame running around the device is made of plastic, but it is painted to look like metal. Now for the internals, Redmi chose to go with the Snapdragon 732G processor coupled with Adreno 618 GPU. You can choose between 6 and 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 64 or 128GB of built-in storage. Sadly, this phone doesn't get 5G antennas. According to Xiaomi, that would have made this phone cost a lot more, and since 5G is not going to be mainstream for at least 2 years, they just decided to skip it and keep the price down. All of this is again powered by the same massive 5020 mAh battery like the Redmi Note 9 Pro series last year. I haven't had this phone for long enough to run its battery down, but when it eventually runs out of juice, there is a 33-watt charger included in the box. When many companies are removing power brick from the phone, It is nice to see mid-budget smartphones not following this trend, at least for now. It comes with MIUI 12.0.3 out of the box, which is running on top of Android 11, and the overall software experience seems to be pretty smooth so far. I mean, as smooth as MIUI can get. I just hate the fact that there is too much bloatware installed on Redmi phones out of the box. You can delete some of these apps right away, and the next version of MIUI 12 will help you delete even more. And for the ads, surprisingly, I haven't seen too many of them in the short time that I have been using this phone. If you want to get less ads, just make sure to deselect all these settings while you are setting up your phone. Now, since this is an AMOLED display, many of you wanted it to have an in-display fingerprint sensor. But honestly, I'm really happy with this physical fingerprint sensor under the power button, because it is much faster and accurate than any of the in-display fingerprint sensors in this price range. I have had this phone for less than a day, so I can't really say much about its overall performance. I will definitely have more to say about it in its full review. What I can tell you now is that this phone looks and feels really good in the hands. It is not as huge or heavy as last year's Note Pro series phones, and I'm sure most people getting this phone will appreciate it. With a starting price of 15,999 rupees, new design, upgraded internals, big battery and a 64 megapixel primary camera, I think Xiaomi is hitting all the right spots with the Redmi Note 10 Pro. And in many ways, I think this is a much better value for your money compared to the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, which only offers a 108 megapixel camera as opposed to the 64 megapixel one on this phone for the extra 3000 rupees that it costs. That is it for this quick unboxing and initial impressions video about this Redmi Note 10 Pro. If you guys have any questions about it, or if you guys want me to cover any specific videos, let me know in the comment section. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.